Are you staring at a blank page, just wondering how to even start your next big essay? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to demystify the introduction. We're going to learn a simple, really powerful trick that'll make writing them an absolute breeze. You know that feeling, right? Of being stuck before you've even written a single word. It is so common. You've got all these fantastic ideas for your paper, but trying to get them into that perfect opening paragraph can feel, well, impossible. But the good news is there's a proven method to get past that block. And the solution is actually inspired by a simple shape you probably have in your kitchen right now, a funnel. Yeah, a funnel. Once you see how this shape works, writing introductions becomes this clear, logical, step-by-step process. So how in the world does a kitchen tool translate into a powerful writing technique? Let's dive right in and break it down. We're going to see how this simple shape can bring some serious order to your ideas. Just picture a real funnel for a second. It's got that really wide opening at the top to catch a lot of whatever you're pouring, which then gets channeled down to one single focused point at the bottom. Your introduction, it should work in exactly the same way, moving from a general, broad idea down to one very specific point. Every funnel starts with that wide opening, and that's where your introduction starts too. This is where we begin with the big picture, the broad context for your entire essay. Your very first sentence is called the topic sentence, and it has one job, to introduce your reader to the general subject. Think of it like you're setting the stage. No specific details yet, okay? Just the main theme. Okay, so let's say you're writing an essay about cars. You wouldn't just jump in and start talking about a specific engine type. No, you'd start much wider. A perfect topic sentence might be something like, transportation is very important in the modern world. See how broad that is? It opens the door without getting specific at all. It just sets the stage perfectly. All right, now let's travel down our funnel, from that wide opening all the way to that tiny narrow point at the very bottom. This is where we find the heart, the absolute core argument of your entire essay, the thesis. Now, the thesis statement is basically the polar opposite of the topic sentence. It is the most focused, most detailed part of your intro, and this is key, it's always the very last sentence. This is where you tell your reader exactly what you are going to argue in your paper. No more mystery. This slide just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? The topic sentence is wide and general, right at the top. The thesis statement is narrow and super specific, right at the end. Getting this difference down is really the key to a powerful introduction. Okay, so we know the thesis needs to be specific. Got it. But how do you actually build one that's strong and clear and actually guides your reader? You know, it's simpler than you might think. There's kind of a secret weapon you can use. And that secret is the rule of three. Now, this isn't just some clever little writing trick. It's a really powerful structural tool for creating a focused, organized thesis that's going to become the backbone of your entire essay. The rule of three is pretty simple. Your thesis statement should introduce three specific subtopics you're going to discuss. Now, here's the crucial part. You don't just pull these ideas out of thin air. You discover them while you're doing your research by finding key themes in the articles and books you're reading. And hey, speaking of research, just a quick but super important reminder. Anytime you use a concept or an idea you got from another writer, you have to give them credit with a citation. This is really the foundation of academic honesty, and it actually makes your own argument stronger. All right, let's get to the best part. This is where it all clicks. In our last section, we'll see how all these pieces, the funnel, the thesis, and the rule of three, come together to create a perfect roadmap for your entire essay. So you might be thinking, why 3? Is there something magical about the number 3? It might seem a little random at first, but trust me, there is a very practical and incredibly powerful reason behind it. It's because those 3 subtopics, they aren't just ideas. They are the literal blueprint for your essay. They tell you, and they tell your reader, exactly where you're going, step by step. This is your secret weapon for a perfectly structured paper. And check out how this magic works. Your first subtopic from the thesis, that becomes your first body paragraph. Your second subtopic, that's your second body paragraph. And, you guessed it, your third subtopic becomes the third. It's a perfect one-to-one map that makes the writing process so much more straightforward. And then, to bring your essay to a really satisfying and powerful close, you just complete the circle. In your conclusion, you restate those same 3 subtopics one last time. It's like reminding your reader of the awesome journey you've just taken them on, leaving them with a crystal clear understanding of your argument. So if you take just one thing away today, let it be this. Start wide with the topic and end small with your thesis and your 3 subtopics. That is the funnel method in a nutshell. You now have the tool. You have the map. You have the power to build a clear, organized, and persuasive essay every single time. So the only question left is, what amazing ideas are you going to share on your next journey?